Okay, we're getting ready for event number 112, the Women's Masters D Final. Lane 1, East Bay Rowing, Oakland. Lane 2, Bair Island Aquatic Center, Redwood City. Lane 3, Newport Aquatic Center. Lane 4, San Diego Rowing Club. Lane 5, Marin Rowing Association. Lane 6, Mount Baker Crew, Seattle, Washington. Lane 7, Los Gatos Rowing Club.
Go!
Here we go. We have a start. Race number 112, Women's Masters D Final. All 7 crews out cleanly. Tightly bunched, but our early leader, Lane 5, Marin Rowing Association, followed by Lane 7, Los Gatos. Lane 4, San Diego Rowing Club. Lane 6, Mount Baker Crew. Lane 3, Newport Aquatic Center. Lane 1, East Bay Rowing, followed by Lane 2, Bair Island Aquatic Center. As our crews push through 250 meters, they've all settled. And the call approaching that 500-meter mark. Lane 5, Marin Rowing Association is our leader. Then out in Lane 7, Los Gatos Rowing Club putting a strong challenge on Lane 5. Then it's Lane 4, San Diego Rowing Club. Lane 3, Newport Aquatic Center. And then Lane 6, Mount Baker Crew. Lane 1, East Bay Rowing. And then Bair Island Aquatic Center, Lane 2. And that's our field at the 500-meter mark, 1/4 way done.
We're into the D category with the Women's Masters, and let's check our lane assignments. In lane number 1, it is East Bay Rowing out of Oakland, California. In lane 2, Bair Island Aquatic Center, Redwood City. In lane number 3, Newport Aquatic Center, Newport Beach. In lane number 4, San Diego Rowing Club. In lane number 5, Marin Rowing Association, and they are our current leaders. Mount Baker Crew out of Seattle, Washington. In lane number 6 and lane number 7, Los Gatos Rowing Club, of course from Los Gatos, California.
And what we have here is a number of duels separating themselves out down the course. The Peninsula duel, the either side of San Francisco Golden Gate Bridge duel of Los Gatos and Marin up at the front of the race. And there's a local duel of Southern California, San Diego and Newport in the next body of the race. Mount Baker from the southern end of the southern and eastern side of Lake Washington appear to be finding themselves with no one to race at the moment. And at the back of the field, there's the Cross Bay rivalry between East Bay and Bair Island happening back there.
Yes, and what's interesting about this race, Charles and Ellen, is that these women were pre-Title IX. So most of them started rowing as adults. As a matter of fact, many of them would have started as their daughters who took advantage of Title IX, started learning to row and possibly rowing in college, decided to take it up as well. So we have the Masters Women's Rowing is one of the largest, fastest growing areas of U.S. rowing, and we're seeing the results out here today.
Well, it seems to me that were I in that situation, I would much rather be getting in condition and staying in condition by rowing and being out and around rather than working out in a gymnasium, but that's just me. Marin is continuing on the lead there in lane number 5, and they are currently contending with the Los Gatos all the way on the outside in lane number 7. Then comes San Diego Rowing Club, Newport Aquatic Center, Mount Baker, East Bay, and Bair Island.
This is the D category from both men and women. is the age group where the average has to be between 50 and 54.
Marin continues on the lead, and they are beginning to open water over the rest of the crews, with the exception of Los Gatos, who is running with them on the outside. As a matter of fact, it is possible that Los Gatos has snuck into a leadership situation, but they do look right nose to nose as they come through 1,250 meters of this race course. Then we're going to look a couple of lanes inside, and it looks like Newport may have overtaken San Diego Rowing in the third, or rather, third position, and then San Diego. And then it is pretty much open water back to East Bay has begun to move up a little bit as they have overtaken Bair Island, and then all the way out to the outside is Mount Baker.
Yes, we have those three groupings that we talked about before. It looks like Marin still have a lead over Los Gatos, but Los Gatos are trying to get back at them from lane 7. We have a real ding-dong battle going on between San Diego Rowing Club and Newport Aquatic Center. Newport Aquatic Center might just have grabbed the advantage at this point. And Bair Island are using the tussle, East Bay are using the tussle that they've been having with Bair Island, and they're pushing themselves on to the San Diego Rowing Club Newport Aquatic Center battle.
Well, about the only crew that has dropped back and doesn't have anybody to dance with back there is Mount Baker. So as Charles mentioned, we've got three battles going on here. Marin and Los Gatos out at the front, and Marin continues to stay up on top of that. Probably a tighter race is going to be Newport Aquatic Center and San Diego Rowing Club, and Newport currently has a slight edge on that one, and then a little bit bigger edge for East Bay over Bair Island, with Mount Baker trailing. Marin beginning to open up a stern to bow marker lead now over Los Gatos, as they picked up some ground here in the last 250 meters. Then we have open water back to Newport. Newport has begun to pick it up and close a little bit on Los Gatos, but probably too little too late. San Diego Rowing Club is trying to stay with Newport and make that a bug tussle. East Bay and Bair Island, with East Bay the better part of that one, almost a stern to bow marker, and then Mount Baker. It is Marin on the lead. It looks like they're going to take this one handily. Los Gatos is going to be looking at that second position. Newport has expanded their lead over the San Diego Rowing Club, as has East Bay over Bair Island. And surprisingly, Mount Baker did make up a little bit of ground, but they were way, way back. Looking at the finish line, Marin, the apparent yet unofficial winner. On the outside, it'll be Los Gatos, apparently in second spot. Newport is in third, San Diego Rowing Club fourth. Then along the shoreline, and yet still on the course, East Bay, Bair Island, and Mount Baker.
Right, so Alan, you mentioned that you think that this would be a much better sport than being in the gym. And I'd like to just reiterate that. It's a total body sport, it's aerobic, and it doesn't have the pounding that running has. So I'd encourage anyone out there that's interested in fitness to give it a try at their local rowing club, because it's an awesome sport for adults.
Well, there have been numerous studies and surveys showing that that is a lifelong good practice.
Okay, we have a start to event number 113. That's the men's Masters D final. Lane 1, San Diego Rowing Club. Lane 2, Palm Beach Rowing Association.